Hello, everybody. As you all might know, I am a model, which comes with quite a lot of traveling sometimes, and well, the recordings or this documentary you are all about to see is from the International Fashion Festival of November 2025 in Istanbul. Which probably means when you are all seeing this, it's been quite a long time ago. Maybe even a year has gone by. The reason why it took me so long to start editing this and I don't know what else. I don't know. I should have done this probably a lot sooner, and yeah, I just didn't really get to it. Might just be because of me and because I'm an idiot and just sometimes a bit stupid, maybe. Um, but yeah, um, I kind of missed a big part or a quite important part of this documentary already. So basically, the first thing you were all seeing was like a plane getting up into the sky, departing from the airway, and then we took a closer look at well the plane we are about to take, and the plane that will be taking us to Istanbul. So as you can see, we are departing from the airway into the sky. Um, we are flying with Pegasus Airlines, and well, it was quite a fun flight because yeah, I had a lot of people with me that I know, so yeah, that's quite nice. It's and well, that's quite nice. It's always nice to have people around you when you're going on holiday. I can easily go home, but well, sometimes in a group it's more fun. Um, and especially to modeling events, most of the time you know some people, sometimes not. But when you know people, it's quite fun, you know. Um, no, first of all, let me say something. Will there be some more international trips, recordings, documentaries after this one? Yes, there is going to be one from The Hague. And that's quite about it for now. I could have gone on some footage from Milan, but I cancelled Milan very last minute. Um, Um, I could have had some footage from Loretta Mar, Barcelona, from Spain, from August. I had to cancel that one as well. um, because of some reasons. Um, there is definitely still some modeling footage coming though, especially from Antwerp shopping days. And there's going to be some clips and some edits from some past photo shoots. So don't worry, the modeling footage is still coming in. Just not the international trips kind of thingies. But they will happen. They will happen again soon, very soon. Don't worry about that. I just don't know when. Also because I'm more focused on other stuff at the moment. So yeah, a little bit. It's still modeling related, but it's let's just say another department. Okay. Um, so well, to be honest, first of all, when I knew I was going to Istanbul, I didn't really know what to expect because, well, I've been to Antalya before, but it's like a whole nother part of Turkey. So Istanbul and Antalya, I don't really think you can compare both of them to each other because they are in completely different regions and blah 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 blah. So yeah, I was actually kind of surprised for or from what I was about to see. Um, and you will see that in you will all probably see that in just like a couple of minutes, because if I'm looking I'm I'm doing a voiceover, by the way. So I can see the footage while I'm talking to the mic, um, to be able to do a voiceover. From what I can tell from the footage that we are on right now, I think we were going for our landing on the airway, or at least we were kind of close at this moment, because well, I can tell we are yeah, getting quite close to the ground. At a certain point, I was literally thinking like, are we about to crash? Like, are we about to just hit the ground and like, buff, I'll be dead. Although in the back of my head, I was like, okay, I have a feeling that we can trust this pilot, um, because he already got us through some turbulence. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Um, yeah, I think we're getting very close to a landing here. We have to be. We have to be. I'll be back in well, in a couple of seconds for you all. Okay, and we are back. I stopped the voiceover after a couple of minutes every time, because last time that I did such a long voiceover, my whole phone and my whole editing program crashed. So yeah, um, even though that one might be on me, because I'm basically editing on a free editing program. So yeah, I need to be, maybe I need to invest in something that you need to pay with money or buy with money. Yeah, well, wow. Um, but yeah. Okay, we're about to land here. And from the first moment that I landed in Turkey, I felt like, ah, I can already tell that I'm going to love it here. Because well, for a guy, or for a guy that lives in Belgium, the weather is especially during November, it's kind of meh. Sometimes it's rainy, sometimes it's cloudy, sometimes it's a bit sunny, or sometimes it's everything at once. So when you land in Istanbul, um, and you can just tell by the moment that you get off the plane that there is a little bit of sun, a little bit of sunshine, you already feel kind of good, because you could already tell that's going to be much better weather, better weather in Turkey. So yeah, I was kind of happy that we well ended up in Istanbul, where the weather was about to be quite a bit better. Not to say that it was like very hot, because I have to be honest, the weather was much better than in Belgium, but it was still only like 20 degrees or something. So it's still much better than in Belgium, but it's not like yeah, very hot. But it was perfect. It was actually perfect in Istanbul, if I have to be honest. But the thing is, when we arrived in Istanbul, the sun was already going down, as you could tell by the last shot. So when we arrived at the airport, just noticed that I didn't record anything at the airport, which is quite stupid. Um, we took a little taxi bus, as you could see a couple of seconds ago, and we were starting to cruise through Istanbul to our hotel. So well, we started cruising through Istanbul, and I started seeing those beautiful lights, those beautiful cities, or beautiful buildings and whatever. So I was already like, okay, yes, I'm finally out of the country that's a mess called Belgium, and that's basically just like a um yeah um like a settling freaking country, just like the USA, where it's like, oh yeah, here this part is more Dutch looking. Oh yeah, this part is more French looking. Oh yeah, and then we have this little part on the east that's a little bit Dutch looking, and then you get this weird mix of architecture that just doesn't fit this whole country. Like Belgium as a whole country is just like a freaking big mess. That's why I hope that I can sign with an agency somewhere in a different country where I can like start to live, or maybe need to start to live. Depends. Well, I still have a lot in Belgium, so I might stay here, but for the most part, I hope to be in that specific country then. But we'll see. We'll see. For now, I'm very close to a contract with a very big agency in Antwerp, so we are already getting somewhere. And let's first start off there at that big agency in Belgium in Antwerp, and then let's go from there. And let's keep going from there. But let's get back to this trip in Istanbul. So, as you probably could all see right now, Istanbul, it's actually quite beautiful. To, although I think in some aspects, even Turkey doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Because in my opinion, I have a feeling that a lot of people think Turkey is like an ugly country with a lot of I don't know what. Until they get to Turkey themselves, and then they are just in love with it. Because the first time when I went to Turkey, I was like, I don't know, I was like, yeah, how old was I? I think 15. And well, we booked our vacation or holiday to Turkey, to Antalya, which is, by the way, it's also very beautiful. And at first I was like, what the hell can I expect? Because it was my first time, I think, in 10 years that I literally went on holiday with one of my parents. Because my mother and father are divorced, so yeah. And we went there, and I was like, oh, I love this freaking place. But Antalya, like I already said, it doesn't really look like Istanbul, and Istanbul doesn't look like Antalya, because they are completely different cities. It's as simple as that. And well, especially for me, I could really see the difference between Antalya and Istanbul, because in Antalya I was literally I was as close as to the coast as you can. Whereas in Istanbul we were basically just in the city center. There was like no coast nearby. No. We were at the city center, very close to the city mall. But the whole country was just so beautiful. And I could just tell from the moment that I also landed in Istanbul, bro, these people, they know how to respect somebody. They know how to be proud or happy for someone that is making something of their lives. And the feeling and the respect you get in Turkey and the people there, it's just so much difference to, for example, Belgium. And that's also something that I learned to love about Turkey. It's not just their country, their architecture, and all these little things, No, it's also their people. Their people are so lovely, so funny. It's yeah, and of course, it's bonus. In Turkey, everywhere you go, you find stray cats, or just cats in general. They might not even be stray, but they're nice. They're cute. So yeah, and well, as you can tell, I might have missed a lot of important stuff, but I don't really think we did. As you can tell, there was like a whole police situation going on, um, which also made like the whole the whole street we were driving over, or the whole road we were taking, like very slow. I think like after 2 or 3 hours, we still didn't arrive at our hotel because of well, did this a whole police chase or whatever. I don't really know what the hell was going on there, but it was like crazy. But it was funny. Like they always say in Belgium, Turkije nummer 1. And they also always say that Turks are kind of crazy. And yeah, it's like that. But it's like Turks are like crazy fun. I mean, I've had a lot of friends that were of Turkish origin, so believe me, I know. But yeah, the country it's so beautiful. Look at this building, for example. It's so different from Belgium, and I love it. I love it. Um, then you have those little flats down there. I don't know if I said it to anybody or told anybody this in the taxi, but I feel like the part where we're driving or where we were driving at this point, I feel like a lot of rich Turks would probably live there. That's at least my guess. Probably some big Turkish actors are living there, or some big Turkish models are living in those flats. Because believe me, from what I know or learned from Turks and Turkey in general, it's like they're stars. They love them. They really love them. So yeah, the Turkish football players, the Turkish models, the Turkish actors. I know for a fact that they probably live like such a good life in Turkey, and well, they get probably paid a lot of money because well, Turks are full of passion and they love their stars. So yeah, it's crazy, and I think at this point we were getting closer to the city center, but we kept going past these beautiful buildings. I wouldn't even be surprised if one day I would just go on holiday to Turkey again on my own because, well, we love Turkey! But there's still so much more of the world that I want to see. So, yeah, right now I'm basically grinding my whole life out, or just grinding very hard to get to a certain point where I have so much money that I can literally go everywhere that I want to go. Because well, traveling it's sweet when you have a lot of money. And well, yeah, there is so much in the world you can see, places that you can go. Um, I don't even know when I'm getting rich what I would do first. Like just travel by plane to some beautiful locations like Hawaii, to Turkey, for example, again, but a different place that I've never been to. Yeah, Albania. I don't freaking know. Somewhere in Italy, south of Italy. I don't know. I actually have no idea. There are so many places that I haven't been yet, and also not on my own. So there's just so much that I really want to see of the world. And believe me, I know one day I will. I know that one day I'll be looking back and think, all this grinding has been worth it. I've been there, I've been there. Yeah, I just want to see the whole world, basically. It's a big dream because, well, the whole world is kinda a lot. But yeah, get me there. When I got my money right and stuff. So yeah, it's I just know that if not this year, I just know that it's going to be next year for sure. And yeah, I just can't wait for that. I know that I'll be living a good life, rather sooner than later, but I know it will happen. Um, this whole thing. Look, and as you can tell, still a lot of police. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Um, just between you and me, I'm going to put on the oven pretty quickly because I'm going to eat some pizza. I know it's not Turkish. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, this is also something that I liked quite a lot. Just look, we are literally driving on one of the busiest roads, probably in Turkey and in the whole of Istanbul, and you have like people on the streets trying to sell, like balloons, even food. I've seen them trying to sell food. It's it's crazy, but it's just so. This is something so Turkish. I feel like, and I love it. Believe me, I do. I love this part of Turkey. The craziness and everything. Yeah, it's so lovely. And this part, I'm quite disappointed about that I missed a nice shot because this building, this bridge, it's so so beautiful. Um, yeah, I'm disappointed that I kind of missed that part. Um, or a nice shot for of the bridge because it's like a red bridge, probably to represent the red part in the Turkish flag. Yeah, it's disappointing, but well, I tried my best to get something out of it. I think I still did quite well, but it's definitely I definitely could have done a lot better, probably. But yeah, I was also not on my own in that taxi, so yeah, I probably just could have asked somebody to, well, take a nice shot. But yeah, I kind of missed. But yeah, the bridge was very beautiful, as you can tell by the sight. Yeah, it's big, beautiful, and nice red. Another problem is I kind of messed up the footage, maybe a little bit, because, well, after recording everything, um, I posted everything on Instagram, and as usual, or I think as most people probably have, Instagram immediately saves everything to your gallery. The problem is I should have waited by posting everything all of or every clip of this on Instagram till the next day. Because because I posted every little clip of this the same day, my whole gallery of that day, or wait, the whole day in my gallery got messed up. Everything got mixed up. Footage from from flying went somewhere at lost. The yeah. the whole trip or all the footage was or has become a little mess. So to the people that live in Istanbul or know the place very well, uh, might see some problems with this whole footage. Like, I don't specifically really know myself which parts might be wrong. Um, but if people do know what is wrong by the way my clips and footage are like placed, yeah, um, please do let me know. Because if the bridge, for example, is after this part of the city, um, yeah, then I effed up a little bit. I think I did someone okay or somewhat okay, bro. I literally said someone. So if I messed up with the footage and kind of mixed it up a little bit, just blame me for mixing everything up in my gallery, for not waiting one day to post everything on my stories and blah blah blah. Because if I would have waited just a couple more hours, well, then it would have been in my gallery or saved from Instagram to my gallery the day after. So then I probably wouldn't have such a big problem with placing the different kind of footage in the right, well, the right way and then in the correct order. Because I feel like I kind of mixed the whole order, and I feel like some clips might not be in the correct order, right? You get me? But as you can probably tell, we are getting close to the city center, I think. Um, as well, we are going past a lot of little stores, restaurants, and like a whole lot of stuff. Um, so yeah, I think the time we also drove on this road, it was like the time where a lot of people would go home from work and stuff. So it was like in Belgium, also think we call this in then I think they also say this call it the same in the Netherlands, spitsuur, which basically means like, yeah, the busiest point of the whole day, um, time point I should say. Um, so yeah, I think that's the reason why it got so busy. Well, just a lot of people wanted to get back home from work, and this interaction with this guy is so funny. I was I literally punched the window to get his attention to come a video, but he did. It's so funny. He was trying to sell flowers. Yeah, he probably thought I was meaning a girl, and well, yeah. Sadly, I wasn't. Because to be honest, I wouldn't mind marrying a Turkish girl. They are so beautiful, so nice, so lovely. They're yeah, they are perfect. So yeah, I feel like we're getting very close to our hotel here. I think. Just look at this building. Just look at this building. I freaking love it. I love it. I don't really know what it is. It might just be an hotel, although I'm not quite sure. But it looks very, very nice. It's big, shiny. Mwah. Love that. Um. So yeah, we're almost at 30 minutes, which means that there's only 6 minutes left to this well documentary and stuff. Um, which means that we should be getting close to our hotel. And I think we are because I feel like I don't think we went to this spot on foot. got past this on foot, but I feel like we are very close to our hotel. I think it's like it's somewhere here. I'm quite sure. Okay, this is the city mall that we went to and where I forgot to record. And that's the hotel we were staying at, the Gönen Hotel or Gönen. I don't freaking know. Okay, to the Turkish people, explain to me how you say Gönen, and yeah. This was our hotel. This was literally the reception, so yeah, quite nice. I'll go to my hotel room where I'm struggling quite a lot by opening the door, or what opening the door, bro. Um, yeah, here you can see that my suitcase fell because it was dark and I kind of had to kick it to or into the room. But look at this. Oh, look at that. Look at that room. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I love the Turkish hotel rooms. They're always so clean, so beautiful, so lovely, lovey dovey. They're just very lovely. And, well, the Turkish people, they know how to satisfy a man in, with their hotel rooms. As some of you might still see, I don't know, probably, there's a chance that you probably already saw it. In Spain, we had like a nice little balcony. Didn't have it here, sadly. Okay, we move on. Doesn't matter. So here, this is from our dinner after the fashion show. Um, and that footage will be posted separately. And when you were all seeing this whole video, that footage will already be posted normally, or that should already be posted. I think it does, or I think it did. And the reason for it, why I didn't put the fashion footage, the catwalk footage into this video, is because I wanted to make this video a documentary about Istanbul, and kind of make it like a little behind the scenes of the International Fashion Festival in Istanbul. So that's the reason why, why I didn't put the catwalk, the fashion footage in this, catwalk show, the fashion show, whatever you want to call it. That's the reason why I didn't put it into this video, because I wanted to show off Istanbul specifically. But the footage should already be posted when you are all seeing this. I'm pretty sure it will be, because those videos are already my concepts, and then yeah. They'll probably be posted like, let's say, 3 or 4 months in advance to this video. So yeah, but here you can tell or see that we were also on a boat. I just kind of skipped over this part, but we were on a boat. We were dining on a boat, and apparently this boat was also like a party boat. I did not know that, but here you can see it's like a little party, which basically means this was crazy. Like, and the bacal, by the way, that we got was also so delicious. Yeah, it was crazy. And that was the last footage of Istanbul, because after that we went back home. Or first we went to the airfield, then we took our plane, and just look. We were about to land here in Belgium. But look at the weather. I came from like a nice little Istanbul. I came from nice weather in Istanbul back to this depression stuff. Depressing weather. We were about to land in Belgium, and look, it's already so cloudy and dark. And guess what? We landed, and it was raining. Yeah, and from what I remember, in Istanbul, the moment we left, or the day we left, it was still sunny. So we went from sun and rain, from sun to rain in one day. Nice. Why is the weather in Belgium so depressing? Yeah, it's crazy how your life can change so quick. Yeah, I love this. I love this country. um, yeah. Um, but yeah, that was basically this whole video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. If you're watching on other platforms, don't forget to follow instead of subscribing. Bye bye, Homebro Squad.